Remember how I always say I've never been sexually assaulted? Turns out that that's not completely true. Let me explain. So, in China, there's no sex education. And before I came to America, I've never had a boyfriend. I've never had any romantic relationship. So I came here as a stupid, ignorant virgin, right? And the only source I had to learn about sex is porn from, guy classmates and some American movies. And in those, people just meet and they start making out and touching each other. And I just thought, oh, that's the way it is. So when I came to America and started dating, so I had guys on the first or second day start touching me and kissing me, and some even touched down there. Just to illustrate how stupid I was, I didn't even know women have 3 holes down there. I always thought there were 2 holes, until a guy kept sticking his finger around one spot. I'm like, what's over there? And then I took a mirror and I looked at it. I was like, ooh, I have 3 holes. I feel like, you know how you feel when you find $20 in your coat. You're like, oh, surprise, I have that extra hole down there. Anyway, but so I did it for a few guys. So my earliest memory with men are a lot of physical touch. Well, I did not really know them. I just thought that's part of the dating culture, that I have to allow them to touch me. So that although I didn't have sex, but there was still a lot of touching and kissing and tongue, right? So the early imprint, the very early memory I have around sex were men I don't really know or don't really like touching my private part and kissing me. So they were not pleasant. I never had what most girls have, which is you have built emotional intimacy before you do something. For me, it was just a lot of touching at the beginning. After a while, I did stop, but because I thought I was asexual or gay. Recently, I read a book on trauma and read about how people with sort of earlier sexual abuse or sexual assault experience, how they approach sex. And one thing some people do is that when they have intimate interaction, they put their body there, but their soul just escape, and so they're not really present, and they didn't feel anything. And that was exactly me every time I have intimate interaction with a guy. So to me, my very early imprint told me that sex is not about connection, it's not about joy. It was about invading my privacy. It was about being touched aggressively. So that is why I never liked physical intimacy and always not really present, because I was reacting in the trauma way. And when I realized it, I was really mad, because I spent my whole 20s thinking I'm asexual or I'm a gay or whatever, and turns out that I just had this earlier unpleasant experience and I'm actually straight. So if I like a guy and there is emotional intimacy and I actually am capable of feeling something, but it's just I cannot have someone touch me when I barely know them. So legally, I was not assaulted. It's just when the stupid virgin meets the American hookup culture, and that's what ended up happening. So I don't think those guys I dated are bad guys. They just do it according to the culture. So I'm not blaming them, or I don't think they're really taking advantage of me, because that was on the date. I don't know what it's called, but anyway, so that's why I always have this aversion against guys. I guess sexual education matters.